pick up Daniel's question here. So Daniel Luna asks, why does child support seem to be one-sided? Family court just cares about dad's pockets. Not all fathers are bad fathers from what they make it seem. You are 100% correct. And so depending on the states, there are incentives for states collecting child support. And stats show that 79% of custodial decisions go in the favor of mom, and it's only 13 or 14% go in the favor of dad. And to this day, for various cultural, social reasons, a lot of it has to do with the way family court happens. Is men just make more money. I would make the argument is the family court system is part of a main driver of that, putting extra parental responsibility on moms and relegating dads to just being a paycheck. I personally in court, I mean, even recently have seen where out here, Department of Child Support Services is much less aggressive at getting support from mom than they would be dad, and gives mom much more of an opportunity than dad, and looks at it with more empathy towards mom, because I know there's probably many watching that earn a decent living, are good, hardworking people, and child support wipes them out to where you're living below poverty. So I do believe there's a bias. I don't know where exactly that started. I could hypothesize that the vast majority of child support workers that I've worked with are middle-aged women. I would say women between the ages of 35 and 55. And maybe they're more sympathetic to the plight of a mother rather than the plight of a father who may have primary custody or may have 50-50 custody. But it definitely is. Child support's overwhelmingly collected against men. And that's a piece of the system that needs to be fixed. We talked about it quite a bit last night about whether it be wealth redistribution, Title 4D, where there's federal funding in regards to collecting child support. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of factors in there. There's a lot to untangle. I'm actually going to have an attorney on. Probably they will be on in February. That we're going to deep dive into the federal systems and exactly why child support is the way it is. I think ultimately it goes back to anything the federal government or government in general sticks their heads into, they generally screw up. And I think we've got a broken and devolving system that needs to be fixed. So the bias that may be from office to office, state to state, I think it definitely occurs. Personal experience, they're much more aggressive at pursuing men for child support. And that's something along the lines with the equal and shared parenting that we're trying to pass in all 50 states. That's going to be the next frontier of changing it, because this income shares model where you see recently you have PJ Washington of the Hornets, Tristan Thompson, I think he's the Kings now. You see them with these outlandish child support bills. You go watch ESPN 30 for 30. I don't know if anybody remembers those. They have the one Billy Corbin and Broke. And many of those professional athletes were driven into poverty because they got cut, they got released, they were done playing professional sports, but still had these insane child support bills that they were being forced to pay. So it's probably going to be, I think, we're going to have to start looking at what does it take to really raise a child, and then also protecting the paying party, whether it be a man or woman, from ending up in poverty. There needs to be some protections to prevent individuals from living in poverty because they're paying child support. So there needs to be some more realistic expectations.